Hey Capricorn. Well, how are you doing now? I just went and reviewed your last reading, and it was, it formed a mountain. It took review even to figure out what exactly was going on. There was so much that it looked like a lot of introspection, trying to solve what had been going on in a situation that was decaying, that was over. And then I realized afterwards that the anchor in the Lenormand card, you were anchoring yourself to the top of the mountain. Like you've reached the summit. Now it's about securing yourself. So I've intuitively split. I'm not going to use any oracles or Lenormand today. I'm just going to go straight to Tattoo Tarot and get into it. We've got the new moon in Cancer coming up. So a manifestation moon to do with roots, guides, you know, you name it, but possibly dovetailing with whatever house you have in your chart right now that you're going through, whether or not you know. Sun's still in Gemini, so there's still a tremendous amount of information coming through or decisions being made. And let's see what's at. Wow, you. Now for me, what I love about this deck is that it has, I've got us in focus here, yep. It's got, this is Kali, it's Kali. Tongue sticking out, yes, just like the Rolling Stones used, they got that from Goddess Kali. And she appeared to me in my home a couple of years ago. Yeah, just about 2 years ago. And I thought she was a demon at first. She didn't appear as Kali, per se. She appeared as someone who later seemed demonic at the time. And the things that she did, I later matched to characteristics of Kali. And then things that happened. It was a big year that year. That was probably maybe the biggest year of my life. So here she is. So for me, this card isn't actually it's representing her more than it's representing, anybody's idea of a bad devil, right? And then of course it's you. So now we have you in reverse. What's that about? And is it you in reverse, or is it her in reverse? Is it, a relationship in reverse? Is it toxic things in reverse? But if it's Kali, does that mean good things are in reverse? Is there, you're free, or now it's divine timing. Possibly what? Well, your career energy, your 10th house energy, reputation. So is your reputation being affected? And you have this Two of Wands, this Aries energy, this self energy, the house of self, the first house. And basically that fork in the road of deciding on a new situation and whether to go it alone. It's pointing back to that Ace of Wands. It's pointing back to that beginning. So we're more inclined to it. They're wanting us to go back to that Ace rather than progress to the 3. So don't take somebody's word for anything right now. Like that guy in the 3 of Wands, he's waiting in good faith for the other person to deliver on what they promised. We're going to go back to that Ace instead. Alright, so to elaborate, how messy will this be today? Virgo, hot mess. Taurus, hot mess. All necessary. A lot of magic stuff going on. Doesn't want this half right now. We want this half. And the only way I've sort of got final clarity on Virgo's reading was by double checking your reading. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that collaboration thing is not happening. There's a conflict of interest. There, look, we got the first 3 cards. Something manifests, something's not manifesting. We got 3 of manifestation and 3 Mm-mm. We've got 3 people in that card. No. So Kali's saying no. She's stopping something. She is stopping something in your own best interests. And possibly because you don't even know how to recognize who she is. Like, I didn't know how to, I thought she was a demon at first, right? And I was like, how the hell did you get through my protective, like and then it turned out, right? It took me about 8 months to find out the hard way, including a gas station explosion in Erling, Iowa that I caused by confronting Doug Masicko, Doug Mesner, Lucian Greaves of the fake Satanic Temple. Hey, Doug. Yeah, you know, yeah, about what you did to David Schurter and you keep doing, right? And you're threatening to sue him again, only next time I'll be in court with him. Or at least all my evidence against you will be. And we just had major, my pal Tracy, my best friend, just made history in Belfast High Court, and I helped her with that. I did some of the documentation for her. Found some stuff that she needed between the legal stuff, the laws, getting all those, and the corruption that she didn't know about. She knows a lot. She knows a lot, and she's fought a lot. But she's a key witness in the botched Birmingham 6 inquest that was the Guildford 4, you know, in the name of the Father. Yeah, so she's if you ever look up Tracy Morris online, you'll see what kind of hells she's been through, and they killed one of her kids in retaliation and stole her grandchildren. So, but we had some extreme success that is still blowing my mind. So I'm saying that because it all ties to my experiences of this actually being Kali. And I've got a website going, I've got different things going to elaborate on all of this and to prove it all, right? It's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to believe it, and it's another thing to actually prove it in multiple ways that validate each other, right? Verify each other. So that might be something that you're dealing with as well, Capricorn, because you're into some high-level stakes in what you do, right? So this 3 is a deceptively simple-looking 3, and it's not. It's high stakes 3. You're at the top of that mountain. Now this is kind of wanting to come out. I'm going to flip it to see what it is. There's that 9 of Wands I was looking for Virgo. I've got Virgo looking out for one as a guardian, as a guide. So even my guide, because I have a 9 of Wands guide. So she's down on this, okay? I'm going to put her back in the deck. But she wanted to have a little say-so there. Okay, now we got a paragraph coming out. Oh no, okay. Stability. Interesting. Right underneath that stability, but paired with the wheel being down. So time is not. Now for me, this is all Taurus energy, not your energy. I put you as 8, 9, 10 to match your 10th house concerns. For me, this is 2nd house concerns. Investments and, you know, early stage decisions and figuring things out. It's not your energy, so it shouldn't be matched with you. The way they made you cardinal only has anything to do with winter solstice. It doesn't have anything to do with anything else that's connected to you. So it's too arbitrary for me. And if I can take religions apart, I can certainly take astrology apart based on what a couple of Greeks decided should be canon. All right, so we got a lot of Taurus. It's just, yeah, it's, but we've got Jupiter here. Jupiter here. The turning of the wheel. See, now pair that with what she's not doing. She's against Jupiter. Luck. Yeah, just timing. So, and we know that if your readings are following a linear this could be a whole other situation, but we know that in other readings, Capricorn's been going through a major upheaval in home energy, instability. Yes. So here we have Cancer energy. And for me, this is almost like a Tower card, the way that they've designed it. It's almost, yeah, it's from one cup to the next cup to the next cup. But that Three of Cups, look at all this stuff. It's another three that's down. So fascinating. Well, we've got symmetry here at least. At least we're achieving symmetry. This is good. Just checking the battery there, checking the camera. Now that Three of Cups going back to the Two of Cups of healing. Healing between you and who though? Family, guides. Not that too. All this manifesting, don't manifest, don't manifest, don't manifest. But we've got the lunar okay. What should we manifest? Well, okay, again, law of attraction talk. Which is only 50% too true. But what should we concern ourselves with energetically around the new moon then? When you put something in motion, it's like, I don't even think in terms of manifesting. Whatever was in my chart, right? Whatever's in that wheel that's in my birth chart, that's what's what. And I didn't have any say that I know of about creating this universe. I have no abilities to create a universe. I have abilities to create work. Absolutely. I'm very imaginative. I can create something from nothing. But I do not have the means that I know of to create a universe that I can put people in, animals in, plants in, minerals, everything suffers in this universe. So to be told that I can manifest, now yes, I believe that my God is a hacker God, hacking into this matrix to help get us the heck out of Dodge. And we made a deal before we got here, so many of us did, to come in and do something that apparently matters to solving the whole thing, because I can't make any other sense of it. And maybe consciousness is just a sucky thing, right? But since we're here discussing this, no, the idea of manifesting, I understand that I can affect things with my intentions, where I put my energy. If I'm giving in to negativity, then I'm going to create a vortex around myself, yes. And I'm going to enable all the assholes of the universe to basically dump their shit on me even more so. But they're going to do that anyway, but they're going to do it even more so, and I'm going to help them do it. So I don't want to help them do it, right? I want to at least fight back. Now, life is going to be a fight. Life's going to be a battle. Fine. Apparently all for a good cause, right? So, but this manifestation shit, I believe in the people who believe in it. To a large extent, there's some very wonderful people, and most of the readers I watch all buy into that, and I understand what they're getting at, so I love them, and so I stick with what they're saying, and I just recode it for myself, yeah? But let's say these conflicts of interest, yes, these collaborations that are going to create more problems for you than solve. What's the answer right now? Is it just to be alone? Okay. Well, I've got it on a 45 degree. This ace is in progress. It's processing. It's happening. It's coming. This opportunity, this green light. Okay, let's get more information about that. Is it coming with the moon? You'll have a plan for it. We've got Wands energy again. The Initiator, the Fool, the Aries energy. Yep, you'll know. Okay, same direction as that. Yes, we'll make fast progress. There will be victory. There will be balance. There will be the yin yang. There will be... so this is Cancer energy again. So yes, so coming with the moon. Coming with the moon, Capricorn, is an opportunity that will fast track you. And transform. This is a 7. It will transform. And it's coming. It's in progress. It's in process. And because it's more Cancer energy, so guides are bringing it. Could be coming through the family. It'll come... coming through the matrix because it's an Ace of Pentacles. So you do an inner Ace of Wands and an outer Ace of Pentacles. Kali has something to do with it because she's interfering with the interference. Interesting. So further to that 3 of Cups in reverse, we have that 2. So we don't want to heal that relationship exactly. Not that 2 of Wands, that 2, not that 2 of Cups. So we're going back to that Ace of Cups, the spiritual renewal, right? Lots of aces. So back to an ace, back to the beginning, back to the beginning. Well, that's a really nice thing to do at the top of the mountain. But we could say that the mountain is the ace. It is the beginning. It's the beginning. It's the completion of the mountain. And now what? But again, no, there are these situations that are just off. Okay. And 7 of Wands. Transformation is paused. Why? Leo energy, leadership. Between the 8 and the 6. So between the affirmation, the attention. Okay, I had to take some time. So probably that has something to do with this 7. I had to charge the battery. Battery was exhausted, overburnt. I'm making that up. It just needed charging. But yeah, no, recharging, taking time, because the 7, right? It's standing your ground. It's standing your ground. It is a transformation card. It's a transformation card leading to the proving yourself to yourself, right? But in that transformation is the establishing your territory and defending it, and basically cutting people out of, you know, there's a huge possibly, usually, a switch up of who gets the priority, like who gets your attention, and all those differences of opinion, they have to be pushed back to the point that they can't get in your head and take up real estate. Yeah, I think that's a huge part of the 7s of the transformation, is that line in the sand. And so right now, because you want to wait until you have, basically, this is like a safe passage situation. You don't want to be standing your ground at the top of a mountain. Who else is there except in your head? But who else made the journey except for you? Who else is where you are, Capricorn? Like is not, they're like below. yelling at you, or they're memories in your head, or, you know, not that they aren't real. Or I guess I'm speaking metaphorically of what they can do to you, and they could be right, you know, like right in your family. They could be right next to you, right? These 2 and 3 cups, yes? And you need your ancestors. You need people that are on the other side that are free from that shit. So no, they could be right next to you, and you have to stand your ground right next to them while you're on your virtual mountain, yeah? Your what we're talking about is your achievements, yes? So you could be completely ready to pull off your, whatever it is, but we're talking wands energy, so your big desires, yeah? Your big ambitions. And meanwhile, that's in that dimension. You know, it's like anybody that has to cope with the peanut gallery that's right around them. The people that are not attempting what you're attempting. And for whatever reasons, and typically because, again, if we have, you know, a work situation or we have a family situation where you're stuck and you just want, you need out in order to not be dragged down by them. You just get in there. The proximity is such, right? Okay, so this is coming with this new moon, this manifesting, and I go and I put it in the title, but yeah, okay. Let's own the word a bit here. Anything else we need to know for the next couple of weeks? Anything else Capricorn needs to know? Don't get into fights. Okay, because it's not coming yet. That audience, that affirmation, that praise. Yeah, we got like strong. Yeah, cat is. Okay, yeah, cat is echoing us. Yeah. Okay. Mothership's calling. She'll keep going for a bit. But yeah, it's not coming through. So we've got this leadership energy of Leo. 5th house. I think it's because if you need to initiate and you need to go off in your own direction for a bit again and get secure in that before you contend with any of these guys. Yeah, because that wheel. Remember that wheel's in reverse. The houses are just off. Yeah. That stability with the guardedness. Yeah, be guarded. Protect your, stay in your sandbox, right? The sandbox that works for you. And then we've got the 4 and the ace bringing that necessary change. 4 and 1 is 5. So necessary change is coming. Your investments will be protected. Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of investments, how successful are you and what do you have, and do these people want it? Yeah? How much are people after what you have, Capricorn? And what value you bring and what you're going to get? Like, okay, yeah. There's jealousy. There is possibly, absolutely. Well, who was that? Well, I mean, if it's the same situation you're escaping from, then this person is after your assets, yeah? Your ass and your assets. Yes. Keep a low profile. Protect. Yes, I'm getting it, I'm getting it, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. You have the plan. You have the plan. Yeah, that Wheel of Fortune. Now that Wheel of Fortune takes on the right meaning. Yeah. Watch your fortune, Capricorn. Whatever you have now and whatever is coming to you. They can smell it, can't they? And there's something legal going on. There's some way that they feel like they can get their hands on it. Am I right? Let's see if I'm thinking the right way with this. I know in other readings, Capricorn and Leo energy have been going at it. There's, in some readings, a Leo has been not acknowledging a Capricorn, but it also could be Capricorn and strength energy, right? So it depends on, yeah. One reading in particular, I won't say who, but she was on a bit of a rant against Capricorn, and I thought, well, how can you get on rants against any particular sign? You need to be on their side every time you're reading for them. Don't be like it's just, and then the whole reading turned into a cross-watching reading for Leo. But why couldn't the Strength card, and it's not that I like to question anybody, but I like to respect them, and that's why I'm not saying who it is. But when you have a bias against, and it's happened a few times with a few readers, when they show a bias against, and bias is not even the right word, when they're discriminating against the sign that they're reading for, well, they're the cross watcher. So, it's interesting. It's like Spirit is putting them, it's just something that they gotta come to grips with. They'll find out from the comments, right? The pain, the hurt, the, people feel it, I don't know why people don't love all signs for all their own, for all their strengths. What's with when people do things wrong, it's not because of their sign, it's because they're, Okay, so we're looking for affirmation that this is about protecting. I don't know that we need affirmation. Anything else? Except that Capricorn is awesome. Even though I'm looking at Capricorn upside down. But again, Kali. And see, okay, Capricorn's awesome, and so awesome that Kali is in this deck as Capricorn. Yeah? Okay. So another process. It's kind of even on a steeper, what is it? No. But we have the Safe Passage card here. No, we have a Transformation card. I need glasses again. Leading back to the 6th, though. Leading back to the Safe Passage. So a change in thinking, a change in, that's what the transformation would be. Communication. 7 of Swords. Doing the best you can in the situation, taking what you have and leaving. Yeah. Yeah, that you don't want to get screwed over. Yep. So you need that safe passage. This is that safe passage. Okay. So be watching for it. It'll come as a green light. There will be a signal. There will be a sign. There will be a sign, because water always brings a sign. But the timing is here. Yes. Because otherwise this person will somehow... Now I do put this as a Libra card actually as well. Others will put it as an Aquarius card, but I put it as Libra. So there we have justice showing up. The final act of justice. There are 3 phases, right? 5, 6, 7 for each house, for each sign, 3 cards. So this would be the final Libra card, and for others the final Aquarius card. But the final Libra card, so the final card in the process of completing negotiations in a relationship, in a contract, in ending something, but basically, yeah, the legal considerations, the fine print. Again, so yeah, you know, if it's going through court or not, however formal we're talking, but I have a feeling usually with Capricorn it should be fairly formal. At least at this level, because this is like high, what did I say at the beginning? High stakes. I said this is deceptive looking as a 3. We are in a high stakes situation. So, screwed over, screwed over, screwed over. You don't want to be screwed over. You want this Wheel of Fortune, literally the fortune you want to protect. You do not want to be screwed over. So you do not want to. Now, let's just double check this 7. Yeah, it can go... Now, why would you get screwed over? Like, why would you let it happen? Why would you let it happen? You wouldn't. How would it happen? So what is this opportunity then that's so a young person, the small offer, is there a child involved? Is there anything we need to negotiate over children? Yes. Bollocks. Okay, so now what I tried to do is set up a separate account for my child so that nothing got paid directly to me, or like it was supposed to be being paid to me, and I didn't want to be in the system. I didn't want his money. I just wanted it, whatever needed to be solved, to go directly into an account specifically with my kid's name on it. And both lawyers looked at me like I had 15 heads. And I caved. And at this point, there's no way in hell I have learned. My best friend Tracy got herself in front of a high court judge, 2 high court judges, got their support, self-represented at the same time as she's suing her regular lawyer, right, for not doing what he should have been doing, okay? I've been working with her for 5 years at least, so I have learned, and from my own experiences I've learned, but you get isolated, right? You get isolated in this situation if you don't have the right support. You don't know what to fight for, you don't know how to keep fighting. So if there's this child involved, the custody situations need to be arranged around, especially if there's an abusive person here. Just know their rights are typically, the amount of evidence you'd need against them. Always fight anyway, but play for time. Play for time. Don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. Time, you want time to work for you, for this child. Because this person typically will get 50% rights. No matter. It'll take tenacity. There's also the system stands to make money off of this child if family services get involved. Lawyers get 40% pay bonuses for handing a kid over to social services through the court psychologist. I have that in my experience, I have it in Tracy's experience, and I've had it confirmed from professionals in my province. And then, of course, professionals in the UK and Ireland. And I've experienced the same with cases in the States. So, it stands to reason. It's a huge profit system. Right. Okay, so you need to become an excellent, if you're not already very familiar, it won't take long. You will get guidance. Yes, you will get guidance. There's this opportunity coming. There's this thing coming through, right? In the next couple of weeks. But you can research this. You can research the laws. You can research all the stuff online. Absolutely, I do that. That's how I prepare evidence. And my stuff actually, I'm doing my best to sync Northern Ireland Housing Executive right now. As much as we need to sync it in order to get what we need from them through the High Court. So, and I can find everything online, and I have done, and you can find people's own evidence against them, that kind of thing. The internet can still be used very effectively. So, anything else I want to say about getting screwed over in this situation? You need to know your rights, and there's only one way to find out your rights. Your lawyer is not going to tell you your rights. Your lawyer works for the system, unless you have an incredible lawyer that you know for sure is an incredible lawyer. But if you don't know what you don't know, if you haven't looked it up for yourself. And I have advocated for myself in a courtroom against my own lawyer, who was throwing me under the bus just because his financial interests were riding on me losing. Not that he told me, of course. I found out after the fact. But, no, you need to know your rights. You need to know whichever end you're at, whether you're paying out on this child or receiving on this child. Do not let them make a victim out of you. And feel free to keep things quiet for a while until they've proven themselves. Yes, so you're going to need to become a legal expert. It can happen quickly with psychic guidance. Absolutely. Absolutely, Capricorn. Devil's in the details. Wins every time. I can, even in one night, 4 or 5 hours, I've got what I need. And then it takes time to format it. The making the document takes longer than the finding the evidence. Or finding the laws and finding, you know. So, They don't like angry parents, so keep your calm. Keep your calm, keep cool. This is going to, they're not, you know, watch the paperwork. Typos are horrific. Horrific. don't sign anything without, and feel free to correct them. All right, monitoring this situation, but yeah, okay. Wow. So I'm glad I took some time away to bring fresh eyes to this and be ready for that. Absolutely. Okay, so that's where this person has you. That's where this person has you. Or they think they have you. It's only what they think. What they don't know. Right? They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't have the magic on their side. They have something on their side. They got assholism, to quote Tyler from Tyler's Tarot. They got that on their side. But, and they possibly have the judge and the lawyers on their side because they'll play to their tune. They'll play to the judge's tune. They'll play to the lawyer's tune. Whatever. You know, or if they've been in the system, then they are playable and pliable. And they owe the system. So they owe the system in terms of profit. And if the system can profit off this child through this person, then absolutely. So there could be more than one conflict of interest here. Easily. But your guides, you have ancestors that are going to be with you every step of the way in this. And there is victory. Well, Capricorn, been there, been there, been there. Mine is 21 now, coming up for 22. 6 years of this shit. 10 years, ending 10 years ago. So you can really lose yourself in this, and there's not even a good reason for it. Except if the kid is in physical danger, any kind of danger, but then the kid has to be taught how to look after himself or herself. That's the best you can do. That's the best you can do, is just help that kid become a superhuman. Unless you do have the favor of the court to protect that kid from this person. But no, make sure this kid is very self-aware, environmentally aware, and aware of their own rights as well. Educational, teachable moments for both of you. Okay, I'll shut up now, and I will be back very soon. Much love, Capricorn. Watch for this new moon in Cancer.